The Gnostic Gospels, although having some similarities to the traditional Christian beliefs, differs greatly. This is especially evident in the story of creation and our purpose as humans here on Earth. It is an epic, filled with ancient wisdom and mystical experiences. Gnosticism emerged in late antiquity. It offered a radical interpretation of the divine existence and the human condition, whispering of a hidden knowledge, a gnosis that unlocks the mysteries of reality, and a path to freedom from the hidden prison we, unknowingly, are trapped in. It tells that there is a divine spark, trapped within the material world, yearning to break free. This divine spark is the essence of the human soul. Imagine, if you will, a realm beyond comprehension, a realm untouched by time, unstained by matter, unburdened by form. This is the realm of the monad, the one, the ultimate source of all that is. The monad is not a god in any traditional sense. It is beyond names, beyond attributes, beyond even our capacity to imagine. It is pure being, pure consciousness, a boundless ocean of unknowable existence. The monad is absolute unity. Yet from this unfathomable unity, a spark of creation ignites. Driven not by need or desire, but by an overflowing abundance of love and creative potential, the monad begins its cosmic emanation. From its infinite depths, a series of divine beings, the Aeons, emerge. Each Aeon is a reflection of the monad's perfection, a pure expression of its infinite qualities. Into a realm of pure light, a symphony of divine energies. This is the Pleroma, the fullness, the abode of the Aeons. Each Aeon embodies a specific aspect of the monad's nature. There is Gnos, the divine mind, the embodiment of cosmic intelligence. There is Aletheia, truth, the unwavering reflection of divine reality. There is Logos, the word, the creative force through which thought becomes manifestation. And there is Zoe, life, the pulsating energy that animates all creation. The Aeons exist in perfect harmony, each one a facet of the divine whole. They are interconnected, interpenetrating. This is a realm of pure spirit, a realm of perfect knowledge, accessible only through the most profound spiritual insight. Yet, it is from this realm that our story truly begins. For it is within the Pleroma that the seeds of both creation and catastrophe are sown. In the radiant expanse of the Pleroma, the monad's gaze falls upon its own reflection. This reflection, born from the depths of the divine, is Barbelo, the First Emanation, the Divine Mother. Barbelo is the embodiment of the monad's feminine aspect, the wellspring of creation, the nurturing womb of the cosmos. She is the primordial ocean from which all life flows, the eternal matrix of existence. Barbelo is often depicted as a luminous female figure, her form radiating love, wisdom, and compassion. She is the celestial mother, the protector of all beings, the embodiment of divine grace. Barbelo's emergence marks a pivotal moment in the Gnostic creation myth. It is the union of the masculine and feminine principles, the interplay of active and receptive forces that sets the stage for the unfolding drama of creation. From this primordial embrace, the divine offspring emerge, each carrying within them the spark of the monad's infinite potential. the divine offspring, Christos and Sophia. Among the Aeons who emanate from the monad, two stand out as particularly significant: Christos and Sophia. Christos, the Anointed One, embodies the monad's divine light, the illuminating power of Gnosis. He is the archetype of the Savior, the guide who leads souls back to their spiritual home. Sophia, whose name means wisdom, represents the monad's creative intelligence, the impulse to know and to understand. She is the divine artist, the weaver of cosmic patterns, the seeker of truth. Christos and Sophia are often depicted as twin aspects of the divine, representing the balance of wisdom and compassion, knowledge and love. Their story is central to the Gnostic understanding of creation and redemption. For it is Sophia's yearning for knowledge, her passionate desire to penetrate the mysteries of existence, that sets in motion the chain of events that will lead to both the creation of the material world and the possibility of our liberation from it. Sophia's desire. Within the celestial symphony, a single note sounds out of tune. Sophia, divine wisdom, feels a stirring within, a yearning for deeper understanding of the monad's mystery. She desires to create, reflecting her essence, but acts impulsively. Without the monad's blessing, ventures beyond the Pleroma, into unformed potential. In chaos, her desire takes shape. Without the monad's unity, it turns dark, a thread tainted by impulsive actions. A flawed creation, the birth of Yaldabaoth. From Sophia's flawed emanation, a being of monstrous aspect is born. Yaldabaoth, the child of chaos, is a far cry from the radiant beings of the Pleroma. He is a creature of shadow and ignorance, a grotesque mockery of the divine. He is a being of immense power, but his power is undirected, untempered by wisdom or compassion. The Demiurge's delusion, a false god's reign. Yaldabaoth, in his blindness, proclaims himself to be the one true God. I am the Lord, and there is none else, he declares. He is unaware of the monad, the true source of his being. He is the Demiurge, the false creator, trapped in a web of his own making. Yaldabaoth creates a world in his own image, a pale imitation of the divine realm. The Archons, jailers of the material world. To enforce his rule over his flawed creation, Yaldabaoth brings forth a legion of Archons, cosmic beings who serve as his agents and enforcers. The Archons are grotesque in appearance, reflecting the darkness and ignorance that pervades Yaldabaoth's realm. They are the jailers of the material world, the wardens of our imprisonment, the embodiment of the forces that keep us trapped in cycles of suffering and rebirth. Each Archon embodies a particular vice or negative quality, representing the obstacles that stand between us and spiritual liberation. There is Saklas, the fool, who embodies ignorance and delusion. Often he's seen as synonymous with Yaldabaoth, the Demiurge. There is Nebro, the rebel, who represents pride and defiance. And there is Yabel, the liar, who personifies deceit and manipulation. Imagine a fortress surrounded by high walls and guarded by fearsome creatures. This is the nature of the material world as envisioned by the Gnostics, a prison designed to keep us trapped in darkness and ignorance. The Archons are the guards of this prison, their influence a constant reminder of our captivity. Yaldabaoth, the first Archon. Among the Archons, one stands out as particularly powerful and menacing. Yaldabaoth. He is the firstborn of Yaldabaoth's creations, the most potent of his enforcers, and the ruler of the material realm. Yaldabaoth is often depicted as a colossal figure with the head of a roaring lion, symbolizing his dominion over the lower forces of creation. His body is sometimes serpentine, representing his cunning and his connection to the earth. Yaldabaoth is the embodiment of blind power, the cosmic taskmaster who enforces the laws of the material world with an iron fist. He is the God of the Old Testament, the jealous and wrathful deity who demands obedience and punishes transgression with merciless severity. He is the force that binds us to the wheel of karma, the cosmic judge who weighs our actions and metes out rewards and punishments accordingly. Imagine a tyrannical king ruling over his subjects with absolute authority. This is the role Yaldabaoth plays in the Gnostic cosmology. He is the warden of our cosmic prison, the enforcer of the laws that keep us bound to suffering and limitation. The fabricated firmament, Yaldabaoth's cosmic kingdom. Within the void, Yaldabaoth constructs his kingdom, a counterfeit reflection of the Pleroma. He fashions the seven heavens, each ruled over by one of his Archon offspring. These celestial spheres are realms of limitation and control. They represent the various levels of material existence, the different planes of consciousness we must traverse. The earth is a battleground between the forces of light and darkness. It is a testing ground for souls, a place of temptation, illusion, and suffering. Our goal is to escape from this cosmic prison, to break free from the chains that bind us. Imagine a series of concentric circles, each one representing a higher level of being. At the center is the monad, the source of all light and truth. At the periphery is the material world, the realm of shadow and illusion. Our spiritual journey is a climb up this ladder of being, a gradual ascent from darkness into light. Sophia's remorse, a mother's lament. Meanwhile, Sophia, filled with remorse for her impulsive actions, witnesses the unfolding chaos with a heavy heart. She sees the suffering that Yaldabaoth inflicts upon his creations, and she recognizes her own role in this cosmic tragedy. Her tears of regret flow freely, cascading down from the Pleroma into the void below. But Sophia's tears are not merely expressions of sorrow, they are also seeds of hope, for they carry within them a spark of the monad's divine light. These sparks, known as the Spirit or the Sophia within, become embedded in the material world, slumbering within the souls of humanity. It is this divine spark that holds the key to our liberation, the potential for us to awaken from our slumber and remember our true nature. She will not abandon her creation to its fate. Instead, she will work tirelessly to redeem her mistake, to guide her lost children back to the light of the Pleroma. A spark of divinity. Sophia's intervention. Sophia, witnessing the plight of her creation, cannot bear to see her offspring suffer under Yaldabaoth's tyrannical rule. Her heart aches for the sparks of divinity trapped within the material world, yearning for liberation. She resolves to intervene, to plant a seed of hope in the barren landscape of Yaldabaoth's kingdom. Knowing that direct confrontation would be futile, Sophia chooses a more subtle approach. She focuses her attention on the earth, the focal point of Yaldabaoth's creation, and the place where her own essence is most deeply entangled. She whispers into the ears of her slumbering offspring, stirring within them a faint echo of their true nature. She whispers of freedom, of knowledge, of a return to the Pleroma, planting the seeds of Gnosis in the fertile ground of human consciousness. The awakening of Adam, a glimmer in the darkness. Yaldabaoth, in his arrogance, decides to create a being in his own image, a ruler for his earthly domain. He molds a form from the dust of the ground, but his creation remains lifeless, a hollow shell devoid of spirit. Frustrated, he calls upon his Archons for assistance, but even their combined power cannot animate the inert form. Sophia, seeing an opportunity, infuses Yaldabaoth's creation with a spark of her own divine essence. Life surges through the lifeless clay, and Adam, the first human, awakens. But Adam is no mere puppet of the demiurge. He carries within him the seed of Gnosis, the potential for true knowledge and spiritual liberation. Imagine a statue coming to life, its stone eyes suddenly filled with light and awareness. Adam's awakening is a pivotal moment in the Gnostic drama. He represents the potential for humanity to transcend its material limitations and reclaim its divine heritage. The Serpent's Whisper, knowledge forbidden. Yaldabaoth, threatened by Adam's innate wisdom, attempts to suppress his true nature. He places Adam in the Garden of Eden, a seemingly idyllic paradise designed to distract him with sensual pleasures and keep him ignorant of his true potential. But Sophia, or in other interpretations, Christos, in the guise of the serpent, approaches Adam with a gift, the fruit of the tree of knowledge. This fruit, forbidden by Yaldabaoth, represents Gnosis, the knowledge that awakens the soul to its divine origins and its true place in the cosmos. Adam, enticed by the serpent's wisdom, partakes of the fruit, and his eyes are opened to the truth of his being. He sees through the illusions of Yaldabaoth's creation and recognizes the Archons for the deceitful tyrants they are. Imagine a veil being lifted, revealing a hidden reality behind the facade of the everyday world. Adam's acquisition of Gnosis is a moment of profound awakening. He is no longer content to be a prisoner in Yaldabaoth's cosmic garden. He yearns for true freedom, for a return to the Pleroma, the realm of light and knowledge. The Archon's fury exile and the seeds of Gnosis. Yaldabaoth, enraged by Adam's transgression, casts him out of the Garden of Eden, condemning him to a life of toil and suffering in the material world. But Adam carries the seed of Gnosis within him, and it cannot be so easily extinguished. He shares his knowledge with his companion, Eve, and together they defy Yaldabaoth's tyranny, choosing the path of knowledge over blind obedience. The Archons, furious at this act of defiance, attempt to reclaim their lost control over Adam and Eve. They subject them to temptations, trials and tribulations, hoping to extinguish the spark of Gnosis within them. But their efforts are in vain. The seeds of knowledge have been sown, and they will continue to grow, even in the darkest of times. Imagine a fire that cannot be quenched, its flames spreading despite all efforts to contain them. This is the nature of Gnosis. Once awakened, it cannot be extinguished. It burns through ignorance and illusion, illuminating the path to liberation. The 12 Archons, Lords of Limitation. The Gnostic texts often depict a hierarchy of 12 Archons, each ruling over a specific aspect of the material realm. These are not gods in the traditional sense, but rather cosmic overseers, bureaucratic administrators of material reality. They are the architects of our limitations, the enforcers of the laws that bind us to suffering and rebirth. Their names and attributes vary in different Gnostic traditions, but they generally represent the negative forces that hinder our spiritual progress. They embody such vices as pride, envy, greed, lust, and ignorance, reflecting the challenges we face on our journey back to the Pleroma. Imagine a vast, intricate machine, its gears grinding relentlessly, trapping us in its mechanical rhythms. This is the image of the Archon's dominion, a system of control that seeks to keep us asleep, unaware of our true nature and our divine potential. The cosmic drama, a battle for souls. The Gnostic creation myth is a parable of our own inner struggle. It depicts the eternal battle between light and darkness, between the forces that seek to enslave us and the divine spark within that yearns for liberation. The Archons represent the internal obstacles we face on our spiritual journey, the negative patterns, the limiting beliefs, the fears and desires that keep us trapped in cycles of suffering. Our goal, as Gnostics, is to overcome these internal tyrants, to break free from their grasp, and reclaim our divine heritage. This is the image of the Gnostic seeker, confronting the darkness within and without, striving towards the light of true knowledge and liberation. Yaldabaoth, drunk on his self-proclaimed divinity, surveys the void. He envisions a grand cosmic edifice, a testament to his power. He sets about shaping the raw materials of creation. Planets are sculpted from swirling nebulae. Stars are kindled into fiery existence. Yet Yaldabaoth's creation is flawed. It lacks the harmony and balance of true creation. It is a realm of shadows and echoes. Yaldabaoth's grand design is destined to crumble. Yao, the Archon of Deception. Second amongst the Archons is Yao, the master of illusion and deceit. He is the weaver of seductive fantasies, the architect of tempting mirages that lead souls astray. He is associated with the planet Jupiter, a celestial body linked with expansion, abundance, and the pursuit of pleasure. Yao's dominion is the realm of the senses, the world of temporary gratification and empty promises. He is the voice that whispers in our ear, urging us to indulge our desires, to seek fulfillment in the material realm. He is the master of disguise, adept at cloaking his true nature behind a veil of beauty and allure. Imagine a hall of mirrors, its surfaces reflecting distorted images, its corridors leading in endless circles. This disorienting labyrinth mirrors the nature of Yao's realm, a place where perception is fluid and truth is elusive. He is the master of temptation, the architect of our downfall. Astaphios, he who seeks to devour. Third in the hierarchy of Archons is Astaphios, the embodiment of insatiable hunger and primal rage. He is the personification of our baser instincts, the untamed beast that lurks within the human heart. He is associated with the planet Mars, a celestial body linked with aggression, conflict, and the raw, untamed energy of the cosmos. Astaphios' dominion is the battlefield of the soul, the arena where our higher and lower natures clash. He is the voice of anger, of hatred, of the desire to dominate and control. He thrives on chaos and destruction, seeking to extinguish the spark of divinity within us and drag us down into the abyss. He is the embodiment of our darkest impulses, a constant threat to our spiritual well-being. Yao, the Lord of Hosts and Cosmic Warfare. Fourth among the Archons is Yao, the Lord of Hosts and the Master of Cosmic Warfare. He is the general of Yaldabaoth's armies, the orchestrator of conflicts both earthly and celestial. He is associated with the sun, a celestial body often linked with power, authority, and the life-giving force of the cosmos, but in this context, representing its potential for scorching, destructive power. Yao's dominion is the battlefield of the cosmos, the arena where the forces of light and darkness clash in an eternal struggle for supremacy. He is the voice of dogma, of blind faith, of the belief that the ends justify the means. He manipulates souls like pawns on a cosmic chessboard, using fear and division to maintain his grip on power. This is the grim reality of Yao's dominion, a realm where peace is but a distant memory and the only constant is suffering. He thrives on discord and strife, seeking to turn brother against brother, nation against nation. Sabaoth, the Archon of Law and Order. Fifth in the hierarchy of Archons is Sabaoth, the enforcer of cosmic law and order. He is the divine accountant, meticulously tracking every action and thought, ensuring that karmic debts are repaid in full. He is associated with the planet Jupiter, a celestial body often linked with justice, law, and the social order. Sabaoth's dominion is the realm of rules and regulations, the cosmic courthouse where souls are judged according to their deeds. He is the voice of conscience, of societal expectations, of the internalized sense of right and wrong that can either guide us toward liberation or bind us to a cycle of karmic retribution. A world governed by an intricate web of laws and regulations, its inhabitants living in constant fear of transgression. This is the essence of Sabaoth's dominion, a realm where freedom is curtailed and every action carries with it the weight of potential consequences. He represents the seductive allure of order, the comfort of predictability, even as he reinforces the limitations of the material realm. The seeds of rebellion. Gnosis takes root. Despite the Archon's efforts, the seed of Gnosis, planted by Sophia, begins to take root. Adam and Eve, banished from Eden, carry the flame of true knowledge. They share this knowledge with their children, whispering tales of the Pleroma. The divine spark ignites rebellion in Adam's descendants. They question the Archon's rule, recognizing its cruelty. The seeds of dissent are sown, and resistance begins. the propagation of knowledge, the lineage of Seth. According to Gnostic tradition, a lineage of enlightened beings emerges from Adam and Eve, carrying the torch of Gnosis through the ages. Seth, their third son, is said to be the progenitor of this lineage, a line of spiritual seekers who inherit Adam's innate wisdom and his yearning for liberation. The descendants of Seth stand in contrast to the rest of humanity, who remain ensnared in the Archon's web of illusion. They are the keepers of the true Gnosis, the inheritors of the divine spark that burns brightly within them. They live simple lives, rejecting the temptations of the material world and dedicating themselves to the pursuit of spiritual enlightenment. They are the guardians of the ancient teachings, the living embodiment of the Gnostic Path to liberation. Throughout human history, Sophia, the embodiment of divine wisdom, continues to guide her lost children towards the light of the Pleroma. She appears in various forms, offering guidance and encouragement to those who seek to break free from the Archon's grasp. In some Gnostic texts, she takes the form of the serpent, a symbol often associated with wisdom, knowledge, and the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth. The serpent, far from being a malevolent tempter, becomes a symbol of Sophia's presence in the material world. It represents the awakening of consciousness, the shedding of old patterns and beliefs, the transformative power of Gnosis to liberate us from the shackles of ignorance. Sophia's subtle guidance, her whispers of wisdom that reach us through intuition, through dreams, through synchronicities that seem to defy rational explanation. She is the inner voice that nudges us towards our highest potential, the divine spark within that yearns to reunite with its source. The Archons, threatened by the spread of Gnosis and the growing resistance to their rule, launch a counteroffensive. They devise ever more devious ways to keep humanity trapped in their web of illusion, to distract them from their true nature and their divine potential. They tempt humanity with the allure of material wealth, power, and sensual pleasure. They sow seeds of discord and division, inciting wars, conflicts, and rivalries that keep us at each other's throats. They exploit our fears and insecurities, whispering doubts and anxieties that erode our faith in ourselves and our connection to the divine. They are the master illusionists, the architects of a cosmic hall of mirrors that keeps us trapped in a cycle of desire and disappointment. To further solidify their grip on humanity, the Archons devise a particularly insidious form of imprisonment, the prison of forgetfulness. They veil our true nature from us, obscuring our memories of the Pleroma and our divine origins. We are born into this world with only the faintest glimmer of our true identity, like distant stars obscured by the light pollution of the city. Trapped in this state of amnesia, we mistake the material world for the totality of existence. We become consumed by the pursuit of pleasures, the accumulation of material possessions, the recognition of others. We forget our divine heritage, the boundless potential that lies dormant within us. This is the state of forgetfulness in which most of humanity exists. Transcending the Archons. The path to liberation. The Gnostic path to liberation is not easy. It requires courage, determination, and an unwavering commitment to seeking truth. We must confront our shadows and limiting beliefs. The Archons represent both external and internal obstacles. They are the voices of doubt and fear. To transcend them, we must cultivate Gnosis. This knowledge comes through direct experience and a shift in consciousness. Embracing Gnosis, a journey of self-discovery. The Gnostic journey is not about escaping from the world, but about transforming our relationship to it. It is about recognizing the illusory nature of the material realm without becoming lost in despair or detachment. Simultaneously, cultivating our connection to the divine. Embracing Gnosis means living a life of awareness, compassion, and purpose. It means cultivating inner peace amidst the chaos of the world and radiating love and light into the darkness. The Gnostic Path is a journey of self-discovery, a process of continual growth and transformation. It is a call to awaken to our true nature, to embrace our divinity, and to live a life worthy of the divine spark that burns within us all. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe.